A reading from Matthew. As you go, proclaim the good news. The kingdom of heaven has come near. Cure the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out demons. You received without payment, give without payment. Take no gold or silver or copper in your belts, no bag for your journey, or 2 tunics or sandals or a staff, for laborers deserve their food. Whatever town or village you enter, find out who in it is worthy and stay there until you leave. As you enter the house, greet it. If the house is worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, shake off the dust from your feet as you leave that house or town. Truly, I tell you, it will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah on the day of judgment than for that town. I have for a long time been a fan of a quote, a saying that has been attributed to St. Francis of Assisi that I recently found out is not really his saying. It was preach the gospel at all times, if necessary, use words. I really liked that saying because sometimes people haven't put an overemphasis on one or the other, right? Where it's you have to talk to people and to do evangelism, and that's the most important thing. You must talk to them. You must pray with them. And yet, it seems natural to me to also understand that words alone are not enough. And certainly if words don't line up with actions, they're not enough, right? Because you can talk to someone, tell them anything, but if your life isn't in line with what you're talking to them about, people won't believe you. And so in this passage of scripture, we see that there's plenty of action to go along with the disciples' words. Jesus has them curing the sick, raising the dead, casting out demons. He has them putting power behind their words. And I think that it's very necessary for us as followers of Christ to put power behind our words too, so that people know that we're not just giving out empty statements, but that we are indeed people who believe, first of all, the things that we're asking them to believe, but secondly, also living those things out in the way that we conduct ourselves in life. This passage was really of interest to me in how specific the directions were. I think that speaks to how time was coming near for Jesus in the end of his ministry here on earth. There was an urgency there where he gives these very specific instructions, encouraging his followers to show their works, the things that they're able to do in the name of the Son of God. And so I think it's worth our thinking about urgency as well, whether or not our words and our actions line up. And if we are about following Christ, let us be about following Christ by doing those things that we know will draw others to him and to his love for us. Time is short. We live in a world that genuinely needs the message of Christ. We need to be talking to these people. We need to be showing them the difference that following Christ can make in one's life. And so I found a second quote that has been attributed to St. Francis of Assisi. I like it too, and I'm hoping it's really attributed to him this time. And that quote is, "It's no use walking anywhere to preach unless your walking is you're preaching. And so again, it speaks to the relationship between word and action. And so I guess that's the main message that I would have you take away today, that our words and our actions need to align in order for people to really feel the impact of God's difference in our lives. Amen.